Hi, I'm JBraham Lincoln, you might know me as, or Mosscilator is the new project. Yep. So the way I would write is I just do like 9 hours and just like throw shit against the wall and just see what sticks. I might re-release some of that, maybe remaster it and re-release it at some point. And I'm happy with that old music, but I don't really want to play it. I don't know, I don't know, man. I'm pretty into everything. I try and draw a little bit of inspiration from everything. And I find the more I learn about production as well, the more I'm able to do that. I've been writing an album for probably like 2 years now. Oh man, I've always been around music, so like probably my family, like I just grew up around music all the time, but again, it's all just sort of experimental and trying to figure things out. And then I'm just trying to get it good, man. I'm trying to get it all really. I just recently got into modular. I sort of just like got really into it. I was like, yeah, I actually really like this, and I kind of want to emulate some of the stuff that's inspiring me or whatever. I should get out there and play more. I think I've got a new computer and a bunch of new gear as well, so I was like really option paralysis, freaking out for a while, and then that way you're always kind of pushing.
Progressing.
Yeah, progressing, exactly. I do write raps, and no, I've never thought about releasing them, but I'm keen. Hit me up, guys. What's up? Yeah, dude. Don't worry, big things coming soon.
Hello, everybody, from Solid Professor Music Studio, and we are talking some exciting artists as always. Brother, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm JBraham Lincoln, you might know me as, or Mosscilator is the new project. Yep.
So what does those names mean, and how did they come about? Abraham. Let's start with Abraham Lincoln.
You're hitting me with the hard questions already, Misha. I like it. So JBraham Lincoln, so Josh Braham, just a silly pun, basically. I think a friend of a friend just mentioned it one night, and I was like, yeah, cool. Silly music, silly name. And then the other one is kind of I don't know, it's kind of like trying to mix sort of organic and digital things together, I suppose, or like kind of resolve opposites, you know, so that it'd be like moss and oscillators. But then, I don't know, I've also changed the spelling of it as well, so it's like, you know, a new thing, if that makes sense. When you mix them together, they make a new thing, so that's the meaning of the names, yeah.
So just two names so far?
Yeah, just those two projects, yeah. So the old JBraham Lincoln project has a whole bunch of psytrance. I might re-release some of that, maybe remaster it and re-release it at some point, but I'm just doing beats on there now for fun, just silly stuff that I write in a day for when I take a day off or whatever. And then, yeah, the other one, I've been writing an album under that project for ages. If you want to go listen to some of me trying to find the sound, that's on SoundCloud, Mosscilator, yeah.
It will post the links.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and I've kind of, I'm happy with that old music, but I don't really want to play it. I don't know, like I've got it all stem mastered though, and I've been writing an album for probably like 2 years now, too long, and that's almost done. So we're getting there, and then yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, people will like it, and yeah, maybe labels might be interested or something, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
And so, when you say JBraham Lincoln is silly music, what do you mean by that?
Man, it's just like, you know, like Rick and Morty samples and Pretty Fly for a White Guy remixes, and just silly day drinking music, basically. Very good to drink into in the middle of the day, and you know, have a wonderful time with each other.
So how long have those projects been going on?
I don't know, man. I think I started writing in like 2014, maybe. Yeah, like 7-8 years ago. And then I was kind of just doing it pretty casually for a couple years. And then I sort of just like got really into it. I was like, yeah, I actually really like this, and I kind of want to emulate some of the stuff that's inspiring me or whatever. And like, you know, some of the better artists out there. And I was just trying to like kind of capture some of the things that I was hearing but not able to create, and yeah, that's kind of what the new project is about, I guess.
And what inspired you initially to start writing music? Who inspired you? What inspired you?
Well, oh man, I've always been around music, so like probably my family, like I just grew up around music all the time. Like they were just always playing music when I was a kid, and my dad was in the band scene and does music still, and like has a cool little studio and does mixing and stuff. Check it out, Freestone Productions, guys. And links in the bio. Yeah, no, and then my uncle gave me, like, he used to give me house CDs when I was like 10 or 11 or whatever. And then I found an Infected Mushroom CD once, and it was like, whoa, holy shit, man. It was like all these crazy sounds really blew my mind. I just got really into those guys and like Simon Posford and some of that stuff. And then I think I found Doofing maybe like, I don't know, when I was like 17 or 18, I think, around that time, like 5-6 years later. I was like, whoa, holy shit, man. Like, blew my mind, man, because like I remember Ed and, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, Somnium, I know is his artist name, used to play on a Digital Spectrum, old duo they had. Man, I saw them play first time. I was like, whoa, dude. Not only are there more than 3 people writing this kind of music, there's people in Canberra writing it. Like, whoa, man. Like, yeah. And then I just got right into it, dude. And was really inspired by Bill and Tom and Mr. Bill, Tom Cosm, all those guys, and just all their like openness online, like teaching, and yeah, got really into just the whole thing, man. It's awesome.
Do you remember what your first doof was?
Absolutely, man. I think it was Regrowth 2010. I think it was either 2010 or 2011. I think it was 2010 though. And yeah, dude, life-changing weekend. Life, literally. Like, there's before that weekend and then after that weekend in my life. Like, that was like really the tipping point of my whole life in a weird way. And people who know me will probably tell you this.
So Regrowth Festival, where does it happen?
So I'm not sure if Max is still running Regrowth anymore. The last one they had was, I didn't go to it. It was up north somewhere. It was like right near a coal plant actually, which was pretty interesting. But there used to be, oh man, what was the name of that place? It was out near Braidwood, basically. I can't remember the name of the site. I think the last one was in 2015. It got all muddy and yeah, I don't think they could use it anymore. But man, that was just such a beautiful site as well. Like, I swear to God, man, I had just some of the best, just most formative, beautiful experiences on that site. The energy at that party, Dragon Dreaming as well, the old Cowan Forest Dragon Dreamings, and the new site as well is really beautiful. Like, yeah, that was pretty much my stomping grounds, man.
And so, with your production, have you released much?
So, man, it's just been a lot. So, yeah, there's the hours of old JBraham Lincoln stuff. You can probably find a whole bunch. I deleted a lot of it off the SoundCloud just so I could use it for beats now. But you can probably find a lot of that old stuff on Bandcamp, I think. But, yeah, and then there's a couple of hours of Mosscilator stuff. But, again, it's all just sort of experimental and trying to figure things out. And then, I don't know, I went and I met Spiral Life up in the Blue Mountains and did some education stuff with him, and he kind of set me straight on a few basic things, and then I had a kid as well, so I was telling you about this earlier. I had so the way I would write is I just do like 9 hours and just like throw shit against the wall and just see what sticks, kind of thing. And I had a lot of time to do that when I was younger, and then when I had a kid, it was like I had to basically figure out how to do that in an hour. And then also I was trying to fix some of the things that Spiral Life was sort of helping me tune up, and then I got a new computer and a bunch of new gear as well, so I was like really option paralysis, freaking out for a while. So it's been slow steps, an hour a day, but I got a bit more time to do things now, so it's coming along quickly, guys. Don't worry, please. Please, it's coming.
So your stuff has not come out on any like labels, or has?
So I think I've got a Spiral Life remix coming out on Xenon Records soon, so that should be cool. I don't think we have a release date yet, but that should be really cool. It was really fun writing it, and there's some other really awesome producers on that, so that'll be sick. Yeah, and nah, man, like I think this new lot of stuff I'll be definitely shopping though, for sure. Like I'll, hopefully people like it, man. I'm a little worried it won't be danceable enough, but it's definitely like a good headphone journey for sure. But I don't know, we'll see. People will think what they think.
So when do you think those releases are gonna be? We'll be able to hear them.
So the Xenon Records one, I'm not sure. They've just got a huge backup all the time. So whenever it comes out, I suppose I'll let you know as soon as I know though. But and the other stuff, man, I'm just trying to get it good, man. I'm trying to get it all really. I just recently got into modular as well, and that's kind of opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me. So, and I'm also, I've had some of these tracks, I've had them going for so long as well that they're running out of juice, I call it. So I'm sort of going back and maybe making new grooves in the same key and tempo and remixing them together and making new things and trying to get new energy in it.
It just sounds like a never-ending process, mate.
It is, man. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. It's just like on every level, just the same thing again and again and again inside of itself in a shell, just going forever. Turtles all the way down, Misha.
What about performing at events? Would you be interested before you sort of release those tracks or try to release them through any labels? Would you be interested to sort of maybe give us a bit of a sneak peek on a dance floor somewhere at some those?
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, like if I can get good masters for them. I mean, because I've got hours of old stuff, and I should get out there and play more. I think. I don't know. I've just been very studio rat for a while, but yeah, man, I'll definitely be. And once this new stuff, once the album is done, so I've kind of designed that. So I've all the old 2 hours of Mosscilator stuff. I've got all of that stem mastered from the good man Gib, and then so basically all this new stuff I've sort of been working with in tempo ranges and key ranges where I can sort of utilize some of that old stuff, and so I'll be able to play a new hour, but then I'll be able to bring from a pool of content from like another 2 hours of stuff that I'm not really playing anymore. So it'll be different every time, very interactive, and it'll be just like really fun for me to play, I think. So looking forward to it.
That's awesome. 3 hours of music. That's amazing.
At least, yeah, I've got, but not all of it is good. Not all of it I would play, but yeah, no, like if you write for long enough, you just rack up tracks, man. It just happens. And the way I do it is like every time I finish a track, I listen to it with very brutal ears, and then I'm like, what is not good, what needs fixing, or what don't I like about this, or what could I have done better? And then the next track that I write, I try and focus specifically on that thing, and then that way you're always kind of pushing.
Progressing.
Yeah, you're progressing, exactly. Right.
So what kind of sound do you prefer? What are your favorite labels or maybe some current favorite artists you can name?
Man, I'm so big into the Xenon, man. I'm just so big into the Xenon, like, I don't know, so because I was into that old like Infected Mushroom, Simon Pustler kind of sound, and a lot of the Israeli stuff is produced like really, really well, and just some of that older school like Talamasker and all that sort of stuff. It's just produced great and stuff, but there's like it's kind of formulaic, and I felt like I don't know, I don't feel like I could have kept it going for 12, 13, 14 years or however long it's going to be going for. But yeah, Xenon is fresh, man, and it's like there's this really cool thing there where there's like an umbrella where there's all these different things under there, and you can tell it's all part of the one thing, but the range is insane. So like the difference between this artist and that artist, and it's almost like I don't know, because it used to be like light and dark, slow and fast, and now it feels like there's more of a four-way grid there, more of a political compass going on, I guess, more of a Xenon-esque compass of different textures and ways you can go with it. And yeah, I don't know, and just all those guys are just always pushing everything forward creatively, and it's very inspiring. So yeah, keep it up, everyone.
So who are your sort of favorite artists at the moment?
New guys who I'm really into. I love dude, ETN's really good. He's fantastic. Fractal Joke. I've been rinsing Fractal Joke lately. He's that's similar to what I'm trying to take my stuff towards. There's like a lot of exponential rhythms and just fully pumped, man, like big hard transients. Yeah, no, I'm into that stuff. Just all that stuff. Sauron we were talking about earlier. Tim's amazing. Sensient's just incredible, dude. Like his range of stuff is so good, and like he's best live, dude. He's such a journeyman. Yeah, Evil Oilman's great, and Dirty Hippie as well, and all that. Just man, all those guys, dude. Ryan, Spiral Life. I just love it all, dude. It's all inspiring, and I find as well, because it's such a broad range of stuff. You know, you can just go mood to mood. But I don't know, other artists and stuff. I don't know, man, to be honest, because I write so much psytrance all the time, I don't actually listen to a huge amount of it anymore. Like I listen to a lot of just older music like Pink Floyd and Zeppelin, and I don't know, like weird music like Buena Vista Social Club, just like random, just whatever I'm feeling on the day, you know. I don't know, been pretty into Doja Cat recently. Not gonna lie, Doja Cat's pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty into everything. I try and draw a little bit of inspiration from everything. And I find the more I learn about production as well, the more I'm able to do that, because I'm sort of things that I never would have given a chance years ago, I can find a way in, if that makes sense, on most things. Because even if it's like, in my opinion, not even mixed well, you're like, oh, that's an interesting choice though. Interesting that you would go with that, you know? Like, and then you can kind of, yeah, you find things to like.
Interesting. You mentioned that you make beats and you put them out on SoundCloud. What's that all about? What sort of beats are they?
So that's on the JBraham Lincoln one, and honestly, a lot of them are just like literally I just write them in a day, man. And they're just like little remixes and stuff. I'll just get stems and just play around with them for a day. Maybe do like a silly idea thing or whatever, and then put it together in a composition and put it out there.
Like what sort of genre? I mean, or different various genres, or what?
I don't know. There's I think there's like a old Rihanna and Drake song remix, and then like a Kanye remix, and from the new album, from the Donda album, and then I don't know. There's one on there that's just a mashup of like, it's just a mashup of like 4 or 5 different Limp Bizkit songs, and they're all out of time with each other, and it's purposely horrible and very dissonant. I don't know. It makes me laugh, but it's just it's my silly space, man. It's where I just throw stuff up where I'm just like sort of playing or having fun, in spirit of the original project, you know. But it's kind of a break from slogging at the album, which I've been doing for so long.
So you also mentioned earlier, you said you like hip hop. So do you write a bit of lyrics, and perhaps that would go along with your bits, or have you ever thought about doing that?
You put me on the spot, Misha. Yes, I do write raps, and no, I've never thought about releasing them. I don't think they're bad. I've shown them to some friends who have good taste and are good rappers, and they seem to think they're cool, but I don't know, man. I'm a nervous Nelly. I don't know if you can tell. I don't want to be out there rapping, man. I don't know. I'm a studio rat, dude. Like I don't even really I like performing, but I don't like being the center of attention, and it just makes me uncomfortable. So like I like to just sit in my studio and make cool sounds, bro.
That's cool, man.
I'll give you a private performance.
I'd love that, man. So you said you just recently bought a bunch of new gear that you got. Can you say what sort of gear is it?
It's just loads of plugins, man. I got the whole complete thing, and it's just an overload of stuff, man. It's really so again, it would have been fine if I hadn't have just transitioned to doing 1 hour a day every day, because it's just like the idea of trying to learn all that stuff with only 1 hour a day every day and write as well is just overwhelming, dude. So I've basically just picked out a few key things that I really like out of it, and you'll be hearing a lot of those in the new album probably, because I've just been rinsing a few particular things. I'm quite fond of Guitar Pro 6, and because there's a lot of good distortion units in there, and you can just get some really unique kind of chunky sounds. There's some nice reverbs in there as well, actually. And they're all sort of tailored to guitar, and so I find you get that sort of harsher, kind of grittier sound out of it. So I've been going hard on the Guitar Pro 6, and and the modular stuff, so just reactor blocks and playing with that sort of stuff. I am too poor to actually have proper actual real modules for now, but one day I'll waste all my money and time on modular synths. Can't wait.
So, talking again about the album, this album that you keep mentioning, do you think it'll see the light of day this year?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I imagine it should be done in the next couple of months. I should hope anyway. It'll definitely be ready and ready to be shopped around by the end of the year for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I hope it's good. I hope everyone likes it, and I'm not fucking talking it up too much.
Well, I'm sure there will be people who like it, So are you currently collaborating with any other artists on any projects, or are there any artists that you would like to collaborate with?
So I actually was just bouncing down some stems today, one of the tracks on the album, to send off to Genius or Pan, Ben, as you guys might know. So I'm going to send some stuff to him and get some fresh collab happening there. That should be cool. I don't know, me and Spiral, I started something on the weekend, but he's in Melbourne now, and I don't have time to go down to Melbourne, so maybe one day we'll finish something up with that. I don't know, it's pretty cool. But no, not otherwise, but I'm keen. Hit me up, guys. What's up? Let's make some tunes.
Well, it sounds like there is all these things are happening or about to happen with you. You've been sort of sitting working on a lot of unreleased music, and it's sort of nearly coming out, right?
Are you saying big things coming soon? Are you big things coming soon, Misha?
What? Can you repeat the question? No.
Big things coming soon.
Yes, or whatever. Big. I'm keen in music. Big things coming for us as listeners. Are you performing new tracks tracks and new albums?
Absolutely, man. I think we're definitely coming to the pinnacle of the momentum of me just abandoning everything for my studio for the last 5 years of my life, probably. So, yeah, dude. Don't worry, big things coming soon.
Cool. Tell me a little bit more about your teaching idea, teaching music tutorials. You recently made a post on Facebook, calling some friends to get together and maybe work on some Ableton. Or can you tell me a little bit about that? Where the idea came from, and what are you thinking?
Man, honestly, so when I went and saw Shami up in the Blue Mountains, he's a great teacher, man, and just the little things that he shifted for me made such a huge difference for me, and it allowed me to sort of get this much more holistic sort of picture of the whole thing, and now I'm just really interested in doing that same thing for other people, man. I really want to share it with people. I want to be able to yeah, dude, I just, if I can get even just one person and just tweak a few things and help them in that way, to move towards what they're trying to do, expressing themselves, that would just mean the world to me, man. And I'm just really into the idea of sharing it. And I'm happy to give anyone private if you want to hang out and learn stuff. And I've done it with a few people already, and it's been really cool. And you guys all make great music, by the way, man. There's so many, this is what I mean, man. There's so many great people that are just making really cool stuff that you've never heard of, and they're maybe just trying to put one or two pieces together, or maybe just trying to tweak this or tweak that. And yeah, dude, I just want to be a part of that. And also, I might be running some lectures as well down in Vertex Studios in Hume. I haven't quite locked that down with old mate yet, but I should probably do that, and that'll definitely be a thing. And I'll let you guys all know if that's happening. But yeah, and then that'll be, and I'm kind of thinking about exactly what I would do if I sort of were doing a lecture of this sort of thing, but I suppose it would be just trying to explain how it's not complicated, really. A lot of it is simple. It's simple, but it's just about knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it in the right order, and doing things for the right reasons, I suppose, as opposed to just what I used to do for years, throw shit against the wall and create problems for myself in the mix-down process, But yeah. So yeah, man, I'm just passionate about it. Let's make music together. I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. And in time, I'll be hitting you up for sure.
Absolutely, man. You got my number.
Yep. Well, bro, thank you very much for sitting down and talking with me and, sharing the information and your passion for music. It's really nice. Pleasure. My pleasure. Anything you would like to add or say? Or?
Oh man, I don't know, man. Thanks for listening, and please, people, hit me up. Let's make some music, please.
And come on my podcast, maybe next week on maybe you and Ben. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Done. Yep.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned and watch other interviews with other cool artists on my channel. Thank you. Peace.
Catch you guys.